Hi guys, I'm Angel and he's
Ryan.
And we're the readers. And welcome back. We are going to do episode 2 of Q&A. So, we're going to hop right into it, not waste any time. That way we have more time to answer questions. And we're going to get started. Ryan's going to read the first question. The first one is going to be, we're going to write on our boards again.
Would you go streaking across a football field during a game for $1 million, knowing there's a 50-50 chance you'll get arrested for indecent exposure? Would you go streaking for $1 million?
You ready?
Ready?
No, I would not.
Oh, yeah. For $1 million? Absolutely, for me.
Well, people, let's get a little insight to Mr. Reader here.
Now, I would move.
He would move. Obviously, he wouldn't be working for the school system anymore.
Oh no, that'd be.
But maybe that's after retirement. But let me tell you a
$1 million only.
Let me tell you a little story about Mr. Reader. When we first were dating, we went to a church in town.
Oh.
And they had a lock-in at the community center. Well, Ryan, he kept diving in the pool and swimming. Of course, I didn't swim at the time. But he kept diving in, and every time he'd get out, his swimming trunks were coming down, and I'm like...
Because the water would pull my trunks down.
They would, and I would say...
It's my fault.
Pull them up. So he would pull them up. He would do it multiple times more, and every time I would have to say, pull your shorts up. There was a group of older ladies from the church sitting there, and after about the 5th or 6th time of me telling him to pull his shorts up, he jerked them all the way to his ankles and mooned us. That is Mr. Reader. So he would definitely run across the football field nude. So there you go.
They did not kick us out of the church.
They did not kick us out of the church. They probably should have, but they didn't. Okay, question number 2.
Which would you like most? A summer house, a year-long vacation, or a boat? Well, she just had a year-long vacation.
I did just have a year-long vacation, and I loved it.
I don't know how to spell.
Okay, you ready?
Boom.
Summer home. Oh, and Tybee, absolutely. I put a year-long vacation at my summer house. I had a year-long vacation at my summer, winter, fall home.
You might recognize from that. There's a theme that she doesn't want just one thing. She wants everything.
I don't know that I'm a needy person.
No.
But if I want something, you'll know it. And a lot of times I go for what I want. So, but yes. All right.
A boat? No.
No, a boat is just not us.
We've discussed, and we probably will one day go rent a boat.
Could possibly.
I'd like to go rent a boat. I like to go rent a boat, get out on the Douglas Lake, not on the dam. Get on the Douglas Lake, and that would be fun, but not. I don't want a boat to have to like maintain and stuff.
It's not my thing. I'm not big on the lake life. Okay, question number 3.
What is your spouse's favorite junk food?
So I'm putting yours?
Yep, you're Ralphie.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta put your favorite junk food.
Okay.
We're talking about candy.
I put 2 things that is junk food that I know you like.
Yeah, probably hard to narrow down the list for me.
Yeah. Okay. Peppermint Kisses. I do like peppermint.
She likes peppermint. She eats peppermint.
I put Cheetos and Reese Cups.
Yeah.
He loves the crunchy Cheetos.
She eats peppermints all the time.
I do. I like peppermint.
And when I'm talking about Peppermint Kisses, the Christmas Peppermint Kisses. When Christmas comes around, she tries to buy up enough that will last her the entire year.
I do.
And I will tell you that once they stop selling them,
I'm sad.
I'm not allowed to eat anymore.
He cannot have them.
Once they stop selling them.
That's right. Once they're done, stay out of my stash.
True story.
I mean, I typically share well, but when it comes to my Peppermint Kisses, out the door, Jack.
So yeah. So there's that. But yeah, that's what. Which is yeah. So anyways, her breath always smells good as opposed to mine.
It smells good even when it's not Christmas. So. Okay, go ahead.
How many pairs of shoes does your spouse own?
Oh.
There's going to be a story attached to this, by the way.
Is that including flip-flops, too?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm supposed to tell how many pairs of shoes you
I
own.
own.
Okay.
She's counting because she probably remembers. I, on the other hand.
So it's going to be a guesstimate for him.
I'm guessing.
Okay. That's probably right.
Okay. Now, the story is, and it's not a story. When I met Angel, how many pairs of shoes did I have?
When I met Ryan...
If you don't count football cleats and wrestling shoes.
Yeah, counting everyday shoes, he had one pair of shoes.
And I had a pair of wrestling shoes that my parents had bought. Had a pair of football cleats that the Booster Club had bought me.
And we still have those, by the way.
We still have. When I used to mow her parents' yard, it was on a hill, and I would use them to keep from dying.
But he had one pair of shoes. He had one pair of blue jeans, and I think 3 t-shirts at the time. And that is what he had when I met him.
And I made it work.
He made it work, and it's not
I'm sure everybody knows.
But you know, in life, it's not what you have; it's who you are, and that's what attracted me to him.
Because it wasn't my clothes.
It was not his clothes. It was his funny personality and the way he laughed that attracted me to him, and very easy to fall in love with. But yeah, so
we live a different life than I lived back then.
Well, you know what? We have, we will be married 29 years, November the 23rd. And we have worked hard for what we have, for our home, our vehicles, our clothing, and our jobs. We were fortunate that they provided our needs as well as multiple wants in life. And so we're very blessed. And so we're going to move on to another question.
Okay. What is your spouse's favorite restaurant?
So what's your favorite restaurant?
Yippee Ralphie.
I know what mine is.
By the way, my writing skills are actually very good. My writing in practice is not so much.
Cracker Barrel for you.
Probably.
Pottery House. Love the Pottery House.
We for anybody who doesn't, if you come to Sevierville, if you've only come to Sevierville for one day, and when I say Sevierville, I mean the whole area.
Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Sevier County.
Sevierville. Because you pretty much have to come through, unless you come from North Carolina, you have to come through Sevierville, pretty much. If you're only if you're only going to eat one meal while you're here and you've never done it before, go to the Pottery House.
Pottery House, amazing.
Pottery House is an off branch of the Old Mill. In fact, it's called the Old Mill Pottery House. The people that own it are amazing people.
Yes, they are.
the manager at the Pottery House is an amazing guy.
Kent, he is wonderful.
And the waitresses there,
Yes.
for the most part, are the ones that have been there for a while, are amazing. Just, every restaurant has, waitresses rotating in and out. But the waitresses have been there for a while. They are just amazing people. They're great. They're wonderful. The food is always consistently good.
Yes, spot on.
And it's a really good place to get a ribeye, actually.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think so.
So let me give you a little story about the Pottery House as well, since we're on the Pottery House. Last year for Thanksgiving, my mother had been on vacation. She had a stomach bug. So she was not going to cook. And I had knee replacement 3 days before Thanksgiving. Total knee replacement. We were trying to figure out what we were going to do, so we decided we would go to the Pottery House. Well, they did not open until 11 o'clock. And we decided to get there early, which was at 10:30. And for anyone who knows or has been to the Pottery House, they have parking in the back. And then, of course, you can park across the street in the parking area. So anyways, we parked in the back. And Ryan was getting my walker out because when you have knee replacement, you have to walk with a walker for about 3 or 4 weeks. And Kent, one of the managers there, had came through and said, "What have you done?" And I told him that I'd had a knee replacement. And he said that the back was blocked off and they were taking people in the front. And I said, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "But don't worry." He said, "I'm going to call ahead and tell them to go ahead and let you in." And I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to give us special treatment. We'll just pull around and we'll go to the front. And he's like, no, he's like, "I'm going to do that." And he's like, "Just go on through." And so we did just that. It was 10:30. They had not opened yet. They went ahead and took us in. And I thought we would just be seated and then take us to a table because our plans was not to get in front of anyone. But instead, they actually seated us in the back room. And by the time they opened, of course, the meals were already cooked because it was Thanksgiving. And we had our Thanksgiving meal. And shortly after everyone started being seated, we were already finished. And so what a blessing that was. So Pottery House is amazing. So thank you, Kent, for that. And I highly recommend the Pottery House.
And we're nobody.
And we are nobody. We're just people that when we go to the Pottery House, there's several waiters and waitresses. If we've not been in a while, they question where we've been. I haven't seen you in a while. Kent, one of the managers, he's always, "Hey, how you guys doing? Haven't seen you. Is everything okay?" Just really concerned. And so we love it.
Yeah, he was really shocked to see her walking in a walker.
Yes.
And he's like, "You don't need to be standing outside."
Yes. So that was great. Okay, so we're moving on.
We're on 13 minutes. So we're going to do one out of this other thing. Trying to keep the videos down to manageable.
Yeah.
One, no talk, no writing.
No writing. Okay.
What are some of your favorite... Oh, this could take a while. What are some of your favorite memories of us? You're going to have to narrow it down to like 1 or 2.
Okay. Gosh. Every day's an adventure with him, and every time we do something, it's like great. So
you really never know what I'm gonna do. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do.
He doesn't know what he's gonna do.
We went to one day. I drive the bus for our wrestling team, and pretty much that's about all I do anymore as far as the wrestling team. I can't get on the mat. My knees are shot and my back is shot and I weigh.
He's just shot.
And I weigh like twice as much as anybody on the team. So practice and working out with him and stuff just isn't a thing. So I drive the bus for him. So one day, Angel's off. So she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go with you." Okay, so I finished my route, got home, picked her up. We drove to the school. She's coming with us. We're going to Maryville, and we pull out of they're from Sevierville to Maryville. There's 3 or 4 different ways. Really 3 good ways to get there.
Yeah.
Y Road, 411, John Sevier. Y Road is like really narrow for a bus. Just is. I've seen buses run off the road because the road's so narrow. Anyways, so we load up, we get all that processed and count everybody and write everybody's name down. as we're pulling out of the high school, Angel asked me, which way are we going? My answer is, I don't know.
You don't know.
I know where we're going.
You don't have it planned out
I know
already?
we're going. I know where we're going. We're going to Maryville High School. I've been to Maryville High School so many different times. Had I decided exactly which way I was going to go? No.
Not
because
him.
that's not how I do it. I don't even drive my bus route that way, to be honest. I just like, hey, if traffic looks busy that way, I'm going this way. I just kind of make it up as I go along. And I get there, and everybody's safe, and everybody's happy. And, but if somebody's waiting to trap us or something, to like kidnap us, they wouldn't be able to find us because I never go the same way twice.
So was that one of your favorite memories?
Well, it was because you were like I can't believe this. And then we get there, and they had canceled. So we get all the way to Maryville.
Yes.
And we're like, where's everybody? So we call the coach. He's like, well, I sent out an email that we had canceled, and we're like, we never got that email.
Yeah, they never got it.
And we never got that email. So there we are at Maryville, and so we turn around and come back home. That was a lot of our adventures are kind of
every day's an adventure with him,
that.
and probably some of my greatest memories would probably be the first time that he came over to meet my parents. We actually went to Pizza Hut and had pizza.
We did.
For supper. Mom and Dad took us out to eat, and that was the first time that he kissed me. And so that was a wonderful day. And probably the best memory for me was our wedding day. Just an absolute, I can say that was the happiest day of my life. So, and every day just gets better and better.
True story. True story. We but things like that are things that don't go right are quite often. The guy on the radio, I was pointing there because we listen to the Lutheran Hour.
The Lutheran Hour on Sunday morning. As
And
I'm getting dressed.
And he was preaching about that this morning. As I'm trying to wake up, I hear him. And when he goes off, when it switches, whatever, I'm like, okay, I have to get up now because it's going to be too late if I don't. And but that's one of the things he was talking about. He was talking about life. Life is what happens when life doesn't happen the way you expected. You make plans. The plans aren't your life. What happens while those plans are working out and they don't go right, those are quite often some of the best memories you have. The things you remember most is when things go wrong. When I wrestled, the matches I remember the most are the ones where I won that I shouldn't have, or I lost and I shouldn't have. It's just, that's the way your memory works. And I can remember multiple times. I remember Philadelphia. We'll never go back there again.
Oh, that was the worst day.
But that is one of the memories. We sit here and laugh about it. We were not laughing at the time.
We were not laughing.
And that's a story for another time because we're gonna run it. This video is gonna be too long. So
if you're enjoying our videos, this is episode 2 of our Q&A, and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring the bell for notifications, and also follow us on Facebook under the Readers.
Guys, every day is a gift. So Merry Christmas.
Bye, guys.